Here's some stuff I got at the store. You'll never guess what this is if you've never used it before. It's 9 feet wide by 150 feet long. What am I going to use this for? I've got an existing house. I'm not going to use all this, but I got this for a couple different reasons. You might want to stick around and find out what it is and what I'm going to use it for. Now I'm going to give you another hint. It cost me $165 at the store, and I could have bought something like it comparably that was $87, but I decided to spend $165. This is non-woven. The other stuff was woven. Got any ideas what it is yet? Stick around, I'll tell you. Kaboom! This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it over this floor. I'm going to do that for a couple different reasons. Because I want to have an extra layer of support, because if any of this leaks, and I don't think any of it's going to, but if it were, you saw how bad it was when I tore it all up. And I'm just trying to do the best effort that I can. Now this stuff here is not waterproof. It's I don't know what they call it, water resistant. When you put this on your house, it's supposed to be put vertically. Okay, and this is non-woven material. They also have some home wrap like this that's called woven material, and it's half the cost of this. It works basically the same as the Tyvek, but Tyvek is non-woven, so it means it's woven so tight that when you have it up on the wall, when water comes down on it, you know, if your stucco were to leak or if your siding were to leak, you get droplets of water on the back side. It's going to run straight down on this, and it's not going to penetrate through there until, you know, the water's going to go all the way down, because the holes are so small, so minutely small, that the water cannot penetrate it, yet it's breathable. So if you get any moisture behind your siding or your stucco, this is going to help it breathe. Okay, and so that's what I thought. If I put it down on the floor, and I'm going to cut it all in and stuff, it's going to let the floor breathe a little bit. So if any water does get trapped under here, if the water doesn't flow down, and it should, but if for some reason it doesn't, and you get too much moisture underneath there, I don't want any mold to start growing on this floor or anything. This is going to help the floor breathe. Okay, and we're going to do a test later. I'm going to cut a little piece of this Tyvek, and we're going to put it in a bowl, or I'm going to put it over the top of a 5-gallon bucket. We're going to put some water on it, and I'm going to leave it overnight. I'm going to see if any water penetrates this, and it might. And it's not a given that it's waterproof. But see, if I put that down here, and once I put the brick pavers down, what's going to happen is most of the water is going to flow over the top of this down to the bottom there, and I've got holes drilled in that flashing. See all those holes along there? And those were really super small before, and I made them bigger, and I'm redirecting this floor. I floated up in the corners there, so all the water is going downhill, mind you, and the water's going to hit those corners, and it's going to go over this way, and then the water's going to go out. The water comes over here, it's going to go over here, and this is tilted slightly right in there and over there, and so the water, any water that gets in this little area is going to go here, and then it's going to go out. And with this floor having a slope on it, if you get any water droplets on here, my thought is most of those droplets are going to just keep running on down this way until they go out. Now I did have a low spot right in there, and I'm going to end up doing a water test before I put the floor down. I'm going to get this all cut first, and then I'm going to peel it back up, and I'm going to put some water over there in the corner and do a little water test. And I think I'm going to have most of the water not stand on the ground right there anymore. And besides, it was only about a 1/16 of an inch, the water. So if any water does pool up on here, it might be just a little bit over here in the corner, and that's it. And most of the time, it's going to have enough time to dry. But if it rains, you know, a week at a time, a week all at one go, I could have it go through the Tyvek home wrap, but then it's going to go down on this white flooring, the roofing material that I put down, and then it's going to trickle underneath this, and it's going to go out of those holes. And that's my thought. This is like a secondary water prevention, okay, that I'm attempting to do on this floor. And mind you, Tyvek home wrap is not designed to be put on the floor like this, but I'm doing it just as a second deterrent. It didn't cost me that much to cut this one piece out of that whole 150-foot roll, and I've got other uses for that. So basically, the other uses, I've already saved myself $160 for using this over 2 gas fire pits outside. And because Momi, she wanted to put the Weber covers, and those Weber covers were over $80 each, plus tax, that's $165. This whole Tyvek home wrap was $165 before tax at Home Depot, and it's 150 feet long. So I've got all this extra stuff. So I thought, hey, I'm going to put it out here. And so after I cut it, I'm going to fold it back under here, and that's going to be my secondary. Plus, it's going to help the floor breathe. If any water gets trapped and goes underneath this, down in here, even if I didn't have the home wrap down at all. Okay, let's say I put the brick pavers back how it was before, and see, I'm going to put this material on there. That's not going to keep it from getting water down onto the membrane of the floor, but that membrane is going to go down like that over the top of this, boom, boom. And if I didn't have the home wrap, then the water sets on that on the roofing material coating that I put on, and it's going to flow out that way. So, and you know, if any water pooled up, it was only going to be right over in there. And I don't think this flooring material is going to fail. I put at least 4 coats on there, thin coats at a time. Put it on as thick as I could to build it up. This is like a rubber layer on the floor, this roofing material that I put down. And more than likely, nothing's ever going to happen. But this is just a secondary thought. And I thought, hey, since I have it, I'm going to put it down, and most of the water will still flow right out of here. This stuff is almost like, see, you've got such minute area for water to penetrate. But like I said, it's not designed to be put on the floor. It's designed to let your walls of your house, you put this on the walls of your house, it lets it breathe. But then when the water comes down, the droplets, as they're going down, won't generally penetrate these little microscopic holes. I mean, it's hardly anything. So even if water is setting on there, it's going to be hard pressed to go down, especially on most of this floor, because it is at an angle flowing down. If I get a couple water droplets, they're going to keep traveling underneath this, and it's going to just keep going, okay? And it's not going to set there very long. Plus, this gives it an area to breathe. So if any water if you got any standing water on this floor, let's say, and you've got the Tyvek on here, it's going to let the floor breathe underneath the deck, the concrete pavers, all these concrete pavers that I put down, and it's going to help dry that water up and more so than if I didn't have this down. That's my thought anyways, okay? So that's why I'm gonna use this, and I think it's gonna help prevent any moisture from going through this floor. And I don't really think anything's gonna go through it anyways, but you know, this is just an added protection that I feel I'm gonna use. Now, most people are gonna scoff at this idea. They're probably gonna say, hey, you're crazy. Why are you doing this? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work any different than just having this flooring material down on here. But hey, that's what I'm doing. Think about it and make up your own mind. If it makes sense for you to do it, then go ahead and try it out. Now granted, most people are not going to cut this in the garage when they're installing this on the side of their house before they put stucco on or before they put siding on or anything like that. But this is an existing house and I'm using this for other reasons, and that's why I've got it just out in the garage on the floor. Okay? And I thought, okay, how am I going to cut this by myself? And I made this like 80 inches, and I wanted to snap this with the chalk line. And I thought, how am I going to do that by myself? And I just took a chalk box, took my hammer, wrapped this around, and then I had a pencil mark down here. I could hold that exactly where the pencil mark was, pull this out like that all the way down, and then snap the line. And that's what I did. That was my little helper, the hammer, and it kind of slid on me a little bit. You could put a brick over the top of your hammer or whatever, and then snap your line. That way you get a nice straight line. I already did that, and I cut it over here, and I just used the scissors. I had some tin snips too, and I thought I'll just try the scissors, and let's just see how well it cuts with just the scissors. Okay? Because I don't want to just cut this willy-nilly, I thought I'll just make it straight. And I've got my chalk line here. Once you start it, now you can just slide it along there. Kind of like cutting Christmas paper with sharp scissors. Okay, so I'm just gonna do that all the way along there, and it's gonna give me a nice straight line. And I can use that other piece for something else, but for right now, I wanted my measurement 9 foot 2 by 80 inches. So that's my 80 inches, and this stuff is only 9 feet wide. I needed 9 foot 2, and I thought, okay, no problem. I'll unroll it 9 foot 2 and cut it 80 inches. If I only needed 9 foot, obviously it's only 9 foot wide. And I'm gonna put that on my deck floor, and I'm gonna cut it, and I'll show you that in a minute. But Momi, she also wanted, in the winter, she wanted the gas fire pits on the deck. She wanted them covered with something. She went to the store And she bought a Weber cover, and that would fit nice, this particular size. And we have a Weber gas grill, but this thing is like $80. $80? You can put that over the gas fire pit? Forget it. I'm gonna wrap it with this, and I'm gonna leave it on there during the winter. I'm gonna cut it and have enough room to wrap it, and then I'll tie it with some string, with some twine that I got from Home Depot. And Home Depot, they give you that string at the end. If you go over to the construction area, the builders area, when you go out, they've got paper there, they've got red flags, and they also have this twine stuff. It's white and it's nylon stuff, and you can pull out as much as you want. You can pull some of that out and use that for your tie. And so I thought, I'm just going to use this Tyvek for that, and I cut 2 pieces out of this, and I have way more. This is a 150-foot roll, and if I bought 2 Weber covers and put those over the gas pits, the fire pits outside for the winter, so it doesn't get rained on, so it doesn't get snowed on and all that kind of stuff, I've already spent $160. Plus tax is probably over $165 for 2 Weber covers. Okay? I'm gonna have 2 covers over those gas fire pits, and I'm only gonna use 2 pieces of this Tyvek home wrap, and I'm gonna have all of this extra. I've got 150 feet to work with. I'll have 130 some odd feet left after cutting 2 pieces. Yeah, and it's white. And if you don't want the wording on one side, it's just plain old white on the back. Okay? And I'm going to use that. And I've got other uses for this that I'm going to use for outside, and I can use it for drops. I can use it for tarps, 9 foot wide, and however long of a tarp you want. Instead of buying a blue or a dark brown tarp at the hardware store, maybe you can use something like this if you don't need to have the little grommets to tie it down or something. Okay? I'm just thinking about different uses for this Tyvek home wrap, and I'm going to end up putting this on the deck, and I'll explain to you why I'm going to do that right now.